Okay guys, so welcome back, another adventure. Here we have a, do you ever have to do this? The shower valve. This particular model is by Simmons. It's a single valve balance. It helps balance your hot and cold for scalding, anti-scalding. It's a pretty good setup. But their handle broke here, so what we want to do is see what we got. Do we just need to replace the handle, or can we replace the valve? Now the other thing they told me is this is kind of old. It's cranking really tight, real hard. So when I get to this point, sometimes I look at a valve, I see its age, I see that it's difficult to crank open, hard to open and close, and I can feel it just with the vice grips. So this is really something going on in there. So I like to change out the whole thing. Now when I say the whole thing, I don't mean the whole thing, not the housing. They make parts. There's your temporal cap. This is your new greased up spindle, all right? And this is a stem valve, your temporal cap. And then we're gonna finish it off with a nice new clean plate. That looks better than that, right? It's all Simmons pieces. So, that said, we need to shut the water off first, foremost, and then we're going to go ahead and we want to remove this valve. Now, in order to unscrew this piece, you have to make sure that this is in full open. So make sure that you turn this valve completely like you're turning it on. Turn it on. Wow, that is tight. Oh, turn it all the way open until it stops. And now what happens is you can tell, what happens is this spindle now spins out of this housing and comes out this way. So it's not sitting on the seats that are inside there, and I'll show you what I mean when you get in there. So we want to pull that off and unscrew this. This is even more important when you're putting it back on. So get in the habit of just doing that. This is going to be a tough guy. I might need to upgrade my wrench here. Yeah, I'm gonna go get another wrench so I don't break that. I'll be right back. Okay, so we got that unscrewed. Now what we're exposing in here now is gonna be the housing. There's an entire piece in here that's connected all to your hot and cold supply and your shower going up and your tub line going down. This is your housing. So all of this is what's being used when you take a shower. So you turn your spindle when you're going to close it. Turns, you can see how it moves out of the housing. This is a little washer that sits right here, and deep inside there you have a seat, and this sits on it, and that is how it opens and closes, and then allows hot and cold water to distribute properly through this balancing valve that they own. They trademarked this. It's a pretty good system. Okay, so I'm going to take this and we're going to replace it with this new setup, so we don't have any problems anymore with that thing sticking and so on and so forth. But before that, we're also going to be replacing this piece right here. So let's go ahead and take this off. Your diverter valve right here will just slide right out, or I should say your diverter valve handle will just slide right out for you. These screws are kind of long. Be patient. Don't lose anything down the drain, but when you got new stuff, it doesn't matter, just don't lose it down the drain. Been there, done that. One thing I'm going to point out to the owner while I'm here, when you're taking a shower, see all these open gaps right here, in particular right here, water is getting in here. You can tell by how it's bubbling out. So you have to make sure you grout properly, that everything is sealed. Right here, there's no doubt about it, water's penetrating. You can feel the water underneath here that's trapped. So water's getting in here. And eventually they're probably going to start noticing leaks downstairs if they don't already. I'll bring that to the owner's attention. Okie dokie, so out comes the diverter, slips right on this, a little clip. Comes apart, nice and easy. Alright, let's go ahead and start replacing these pieces. And I need my knife. thing they're good at is putting things in packages, I'll tell you these days. Let me unpack these and I'll be right back with you. Alright, I have the 3 pieces out of the package. You have a little O-ring that slides on here. You'll notice that there's little pieces on here. Other screws, alright? You really don't need to touch that. That's a tempering nut right there. You screw it in and out and it adjusts the amount of hot and cold, if you want hotter or colder, or etc. From the manufacturer, I have always just left it as is. I've never needed it to do anything because the hot and cold coming up really does what it's supposed to. So you just simply slide this piece in, and you see the greased areas right there in the thread, and those thread all the way. So again, you want to make sure that this is all the way down and sealed, meaning all the way open as if you were taking a shower. So this is all going to go nice and smooth now, right back in, nice and easy. And we just snug that bad boy down. Like that. Now we're going to go ahead and put in our finishing pieces. And I'm going to cut this out of the box as well.
Cut.
Okay, so right below here you'll notice that there's a little hole here that this piece sits into. This is your diverter. This is where you go from tub to shower, tub to shower. Once it's in there, there's a little piece in there. And it matches up with this right here, how it's squared. So you got to make sure that you're on the proper side when you do this, that you definitely know whether you're on the shower or the hot. Which is pretty easy to figure out. I used to keep it in the middle for now. But what I want to show you is this new plate. When you install this piece, it goes right in, sits right into this hole, nice and easy. And so it fits right nice in there. This slides right in, and so now you have this new little diverter that they provide for you to go right and left on your tub. And then they also supply, if you only have a shower only, if it's just a stand-up shower, they supply this piece right here that can be snapped on, so that you can show that you're only keeping it on shower. Or in this case, where we have both tub, and we're going to put this piece in, and then this piece. And then all of this will connect by the 2 screws, here and here, and into this plate. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move forward. It's so simple. You pop this piece out right here in the middle. You get your little gasket. You got a gasket that runs around that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to install this little bugger. Pop her in. Snappy snap. We're going to snap this bad boy in. This, believe it or not, is collar. In the old days, would typically, well, not in the old days, it does. It screws right off right here. That collar screws right there. I don't know what I was talking about the old days, never mind, I'm old. So that piece goes right on there, nice and snug. We're going to pop this piece on after we put the screws on. So we're going to collar this. In goes our diverter, left, right. We're going to have to test that and make sure, of course. Left, right. And then we go ahead and we add the screws. And then this cap right here will ultimately cap here. There's another little washer that will go on. Let me put these screws in real quick for you. I got my drill, I believe, right? This could be a pain, guys. You just gotta match it up with the housing in there. And a little trial and error until you line it up. I got it right there, so I'm pretty good on this side. Send this side in, see if I did the same. Yep, I done did good. Tighten her up. Don't overkill this thing, you don't need to. Bring it right up. And I like to just hand tighten it so I can feel what I'm dealing with. I like to be able to snug it up with my hand. Left to right, evenly distribute the amount of pressure to the left and right sides. Left and right. Okie dokie. So we're in place here. Now we're just going to finish it up with a couple extra little pieces that this thing comes with. And that would be the handle. Where's the handle? So now the handle, you got a little washer here, and you got this little piece, okay? Direction tells you very simple where this washer goes. It just goes right here in the ring, okay? Slips right onto there. See that right there? Little washer. That will help snug this thing and hold it in. This we want to make sure we turn this all the way to off now. So make sure we're all the way in the off position now. Now that's installed. And you know that righty-tighty is off. So now we can point this in the off position. I don't know if they want to use this as their arrow. Well, this is their arrow, but I'll just go up as off. And we'll add this plate, please, first. And then this piece right here will go on there. And we're gonna go ahead and button it right up with this little tiny screw. And we are done. This is an updated Simmons plate, levers, valves, all the way on, off. Look at how smooth that runs too. Gotta be nice. All right, right to left. Only thing that's left now is to turn the water on. Guys, thank you again for watching. Please subscribe. I really enjoy doing these videos. I hope I help. I try to be funny. I try to be light. Take you right into my world. I ain't setting nothing up for you. If it's screwed up, and you'll see it. All right. Thank you.